introduce you to one of my best mates, yes, but also two-time Paralympic gold medalist, five-time World Swimming Championship and team leader of our Australian Dolphin swimming team. We have Rowan Crothers here, who I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication. Rowan did think that I was coming to the pool and has bought me a copy just to show you what kind of great guy he is. But Rowan, welcome to Wide World of Sports. You've got two copies there.
Yeah, I'm holding both of them here, but I'm not I don't feel too cheated because honestly now it just means I get two coffees. So thanks, Ellie.
Not a problem.
Life's good.
Now, speaking on our friendship, let's just touch a little bit on that because I have known you since you were about 9 years old. I remember you coming to the pool for the very first time for a swimming competition, and you grew obviously quite a lot in size, but also in prolific heights within your Paralympic swimming career. One of the best memories that I have of our friendship is sitting next to you on the bus at the conclusion of the Tokyo Paralympic Games, and you said to me, "Oh my gosh, I'm a gold medalist." And that moment kind of hit you in that moment. I'm sure you remember it, but it just goes to show and speak volumes as to how much being a Paralympian means to you, particularly as a Paralympian with a hidden disability. Are you able to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I remember that one moment sitting on the bus right next to you, Ellie, and I started crying. And the funny part of that was Ellie's sitting right next to me. She looks over, she sees a couple tears, and she just screams out, "Hey everyone, Rowan's crying." It was very, very funny, but it's a moment that I hold so special because that was the realization that not only have I achieved a childhood dream, but it's also knowing that I've created that impact. I was once inspired by another Australian Paralympic gold medalist by the name of Peter Leak to pursue my journey as an athlete. And to now know that I've created that same impact and I can be that same inspiration to other young kids with invisible disability just means so much to me.
Let's touch on that a little bit and go back to the very beginning, because you did mention that you were inspired by Paralympians who came before you. For those that might not know your story, are you able to share with us how your Paralympic journey began?
Yeah, so I have a disability called cerebral palsy. It's a kind of brain damage that inhibits my fine motor skills and coordination, mostly in my legs. And when I was growing up, I had so many doctors and specialists tell me that I'd never be independent, I'd never be successful, wouldn't be able to do anything. And Mum and Dad saw that and they tried to push me and encourage me to do everything that I possibly could. And going through school time, I still just felt so depressed. I felt like I'm trying so hard, but I'd never be able to achieve anything. Seeing the Paralympics was this eye-opener because it showed me that I could actually be successful. I didn't just have to coast through or fight hard just to be like anyone else, but I could really work to be one of the best in the world or the best in the world. So from the very start of my Paralympic journey, once I knew it was an option, it's like, oh my God, Mum, Dad, I'm gonna be there one day. And it means so much to me now to be there, but to be that same inspiration for other young kids now is why I love my job so much. I always knew about the Paralympics, but I only thought it was for people who use wheelchairs or have prosthetic limbs, not necessarily people with invisible disability. And I love it now because I can talk to these other young kids and say that you don't have to hide your disability and you can be proud of the person you are and what you're capable of, and you can push yourself to the limits.
Absolutely, and I think that's a story that resonates so much with Australians and is so common within our Paralympic movement. You are vying for another Paralympic Games in Paris later this year, but first you have a little hurdle to overcome, and that's trials, which is just over a week away. How are things shaping up for your trials onto selection for the Paralympic team?
Yeah, trials is in only 8 days' time. I'm really excited to get up and race. The stressful thing in a way is that even though I'm in a very confident position and I feel like I'm well under the qualifying times, we are one of the strongest swimming nations in the world. And even if I hit the qualifying time, there may be too many athletes that hit qualifying times. So you don't really know until the team announcement, which is going to be on the 15th of June. But I'm really excited to get up and give it my best and vie for selection on the Australian team for Paris.
Absolutely. All right, Rowan, all eyes are going to be on you in particular for our trials coming up just over a week away. We can't wait to see what you do. Hopefully you can edge even closer to that 49 seconds. But all the best for trials. It was great having you on today.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Ellie.
Thanks, Rowan. What a superstar, Roz, in Rowan Crothers.
An absolute champion. We could have sat here and listened to you two chat all day long. So get behind Rowan and Australia's Olympic and Paralympic hopefuls next week with the Australian swimming trials right here on 9 and 9 now. There are also tickets available if you want to watch them in the flesh at swimming.org.au.